That's it. The second act was fine. But now, a waterfront realty? They have gone far enough. Alright. Computer, we need to double the output of our lake.
Affirmative.
I want it twice as deep.
Calculating.
What funds do we have in the treasury?
$2.
Oh, God. Oh, what am I going to do?
Finished calculation. Project will cost $0.
Wait, what?
It is free.
But I'll need to drain it and dig up way more earth than I did last time.
No charge.
And what about labour and contracts I'll have to sign off on? Hello, and good afternoon, everyone. There is a game out there that everyone knows. And so I might not bleed from, like, my nose or eyes or wherever. I'm just going to refer to it as M. M has you acquiring properties and turning them into hotels. And you get more money back every time a player goes there. But this can happen to you, and it's up to fate. You don't get to choose to go there. Also in M, there are only so many people in this world as there are players. Now, I'm not that financially smart, but if there are only 4 people in this world that could go to my hotel, I think I'm wasting my money. But, like, what if I don't even want to buy a hotel? What if I wanted to make it into a casino? That's going to make me a lot of money. An airport, a retirement village. I know something, though. A great secret. Have you heard of a game called Suburbia? In this 2 to 4 player game by Bézier Games, Suburbia, we are in charge of our own borough, or suburb if you like, where we will be trying to acquire population, money and income, and if you have the most population at the end of the game, you will win. So let's go over the setup of this game. Start off with, let's see. Alright, so you'll have your properties aligned like so, that you'll start with 1 suburbs, 1 community park, and 1 heavy factory. You also start with $15, and let's go through the details. So, for example, your suburbs. Suburbs, is this coming up good? Hello, suburbs. Oh, here, this symbol here means you have 2 population. Well, back over here on this track you have here, that's your population marker, and you put it right there. Second is the community park. This symbol on the community park right here means you have 1 less income at the start of the game. Well, and we can also mark this on your tracker here, income, 1 less. Now, income is money you gain or lose to the bank at the end of your turn, but all this isn't bad because this square symbol here says for each adjacent property, yellow, green or blue, you get plus 1 reputation, and if we have it in between the yellow and the green here, that's 2. Well, that's great. That's fantastic even. And reputation is a population booster on the track back up here that you'll get after you get your income. Lastly is the heavy factory, and if you've been paying attention so far, this one will give you plus 1 income but minus 1 reputation. So we'll mark that so and so. Now over here in the real estate market, we have industrial, we have residential, we have commercial, and civic opportunities. And your turn consists of paying the cost here on the one you want, and placing it in your suburb, as you can see. Say, let's put this one down here. So that'll cost me $6, and that's a 10. I'll get 4 back. Voila. So, if you saw back on the marketplace, there was actually a little bit around the top. There is the cost you have on these tiles, but the furthermost right ones do not have an added cost. The first on the left hand side have a little additional cost, because that's where the market will refill every turn, and you want to obviously get the cheap ones, but the refilled opportunities are usually somewhat better than you would like to think. Now, once paying for one of these tiles, you first check its immediate effect, and then the conditional effect on it. So the immediate effect on this, the immediate effect on this one is a +1 population, so we can mark that on the track back there, and it has a conditional effect. For every green tile, I get $2, so that's nice. And then you also check other tiles surrounding it to see if there will be any bonus. For example, we put ours next to our community park. So, and as I mentioned before, community park, they love having the residential buildings around them, the little green ones, and they'll get you a boost of reputation. More people coming in, it's crazy. Also, you get to check other players' tiles. Now, this is what makes the game really good. We're not just building a tiny suburb. No, the suburbs are part of towns, and everyone is in the same town. So my new homeowner association gets me $2 for every green. That's not just my green, that's everyone else's. So whenever someone else is buying more greens, they're essentially giving me money. Now, of course, you might not actually have the funds to pay for what you want, but that's okay, because all the tiles have a flip side. The flip side turns them into a lake, and a lake gets you $2 for every adjacent property you put next to it, apart from more lakes. And it costs you nothing, it gives you money. It's a smart move if you don't have the money to buy something that your opponents want. Now, what if you don't want a lake? What if you're at the point where you just need more population to come into town? So you might grab the suburbs. Now, above the market, you have the starting tiles that you can buy with very small costs, very reasonable. And you can put that into your suburb as well. Biting my tongue here. So you can buy another suburbs, but another thing you can do is you can invest into one of the buildings you have already built. For example, I've got this time 2 marker that everyone has 3 of, and in the game you can spend your turn to essentially buy the building you have out in your suburb again, and all numeric values on that tile are now doubled. For example, if I paid another $6 for my homeowners association, I'll get 1 more population, and now whenever green is placed, I get $4. And that starts right away. So if they're already my 2 greens, that's another $4 I got. I just paid $6, got $4 back. And if I have another opponent, they probably have their own suburbs, so that's another $2. It just paid for itself. Now, just to let you know, if you didn't buy from the flat market, you have to get rid of one of the tiles. You'd have to pay the additional costs if you pick one of those. But you just get rid of it, and the market slides down, and you put another tile out. That just keeps the game flowing in progress. So when the market slides down, you'll refill the, oh, this bit's great. So you'll have these stacks of buildings. So you have Group A, Group B, and Group C, and these stacks are different for the number of players you have. And also, in the last stack, there's this somewhere randomly is this 1 more round tile. Everyone will get 1 more round, but that will essentially end the game. But you don't know where it is, so you have to plan carefully. If you are waiting too long to boost up your reputation, then you're going to get surprised when that tile comes up. Oh, I also cannot forget that there are these goals. There are public goals, 1 for every player, and then there are a secret goal that each person will have, and that only you will get the benefit from. And there are ones like have the most airports, the one that has the least lakes. And these goals will give you sort of population boosts at the very end of the game. You can really surprise people with these. Okay, so now I've talked through the rules and the gameplay of this game, and I haven't really discussed how it feels like playing this game. And it feels like bookkeeping. So you saw my example before with the small suburb. Well, what happens when you get through the game and you're at a point like this? And say if I want to buy suburbs, I'm going to put it nice here. Well, this is going to get me 1, 2, 3. Oh no, 5. Oh wait, no. First you have to do the tile first. So that's 2 population. We'll mark it up there, and then that also gives me a total of 5 reputation, which is going to slide this tracker up several points. And then you'll also check the school. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 population. Oh, and the guy back here, he's still got that homeowner association. Gives him $4. See, that's just a lot to watch out for. It's fiddly, and if you don't do things
in the right order, you're just going to get it wrong. And that's, you have to remember everything. And this is why I can't recommend it for kids. Come on, admit it. If you're playing this with a kid, you're going to have to remember everything for them. And the thing is, I really love this game. Thematically, this game is a goldmine. Take this airport for example. If there are more airports, this airport becomes more useful and all round. But the green residents, they loathe living next to the airport because of all the noise that it makes. But that's okay, because we also got the schools, and they make up for the loss in reputation for just flat population. But then, if the more schools around, and the university gives you like massive income, and because everyone's school, they come to the university. It's not just your suburb; it's everyone's suburbs. And oh, there's a casino, and people hate people like going away and wasting their money. It's a terrible drain of reputation. But right, there's the red bar. I'm gonna have to explain one more thing.
I swear this is the last thing. But it makes so much sense in the game. If you shoot ahead on the scoring track, you're going to go past these red bars. You'll see down here. And that's, hitting these red bars is like your local government is so big that people demand another person to represent them. So it comes out that your income, but people hate big government anyway, so you lose your reputation. And this sort of barrier is also great for catch up. So you might drive ahead in population at the very start, but all of a sudden you get a point where you're like 60 points ahead, and all of a sudden you're not making money anymore because your income has gone down as well. And meanwhile, someone who's sitting down waiting for playing the slow game, all of a sudden they've amassed $70 and they can buy anything off the market, and you can't get the great buildings at the end that you need. But have they waited too long? Is it too late? Only sitting down and playing will you find out. Good Day Gaming recommends Suburbia. It is a thinker's strategy game, and I don't know what more else I can say about this and make you want to buy it, but I think I know who can. Computer, is the analysis of Suburbia complete?
Affirmative.
Is it a good game?
Affirmative.
Fantastic. So what do you want to do now?
Review another game.
Okay. What do you recommend?
Open it.